I would like you to imagine, if you will, that your father eats fast food almost every day, sometimes even 2 times a day. You and your siblings don't complain too much because, hey, who doesn't love In-N-Out or Del Taco, especially the chili cheese fries? He goes to the doctor once a year for his routine visits, and his numbers aren't perfect, but they're not in the danger zone. Sometimes you get sick of eating fast food every day, but your dad loves it. It's now your dad's 50th birthday, and everyone is enjoying cake and many comfort foods. Everyone, including yourself, indulges just a little too much, but that's normal. You're partying and celebrating. That's what people do. Your dad looks so happy, and everyone loves the quality time that you guys are spending together. Fast forward to a month later. Everyone is tense on the car ride to the hospital. You and your family rush to the elevator and wait in silence as it slowly climbs to each level. 2, 3, 4. Finally, when you feel like you can't take it anymore, you've reached the 5th floor. You rush out and frantically ask the nurse what room he's in. The nurse looks at you gravely and says, "I'm so sorry," as she points to his room. As tears start to flood out of you, you rush to your father's side, but he's already gone. This is based on a true story that happened to a very close friend of mine. Her father had a heart attack and died within a few hours. I don't tell you this story to scare you, but only to show you that being unhealthy can and does take lives every day. We have a duty to create healthier habits for ourselves to prevent things like this from happening. So when I was young, I grew up in a household that was very unhealthy. I've never seen my parents exercise or even eat remotely healthy. My mom, sometimes I'd see her standing up, she's a diabetic, and she'd stand up at the fridge and drink an entire thing of Sunny D in one go. Definitely not healthy for her. My older sister is severely obese, and she has a lot of medical issues. So many so that she is now not even able to function normally. So in living in an environment like this, I wanted to be different than that. I wanted to change my life and fight any bad health habits or any diseases that I could fight based on the way I ate and the way I lived my life. I've been self-studying health and nutrition since I was very young, and exercise has always been on the top of my list. I know that health doesn't have to do just with exercise. I know it has to also do with food and many other aspects, but today I want to focus on exercise. I want to help you to understand how much exercise you need, to help educate you on the different exercise options, and to get you started on a journey to a healthier you. So let's get into the guidelines of exercise first. Really quick, here's some quick definitions from Health and Technology blog. Aerobic exercise requires oxygen constantly. So this is when you're walking or you're doing an exercise where you can breathe in and out at a regular pace so your body can sustain the activity. So again, that'll be like walking or swimming at an easy pace. Anaerobic exercise is when you don't have sufficient oxygen, so your body has to break down glucose in your body. So that's going to be more like high-intensity weight training, or if you're doing sprints, those are the kind of exercises that would be anaerobic. So according to health.gov, a website regarding public health that was last updated March 1st, 2016, here are the guidelines for physical activity for someone that's an adult 18 years or older. Adults should do about 150 minutes or 2 hours and 30 minutes of aerobic activity a week. This equates to about 30 minutes 5 times a week. For more extensive health benefits, they recommend about 300 minutes, which is 3 hours, or about 1 hour 5 times a week. In addition to this, they also ask that people do 2 days of strength training to work out your entire body. That means that all we need to do is 30 minutes to an hour, 5 times a week to become a healthier version of ourselves. This will help us fight many diseases and greatly increase our confidence as we build a stronger body inside and out. Every day we all have 24 hours, so 30 minutes to an hour is doable for everybody. The CDC states on their website that only 49% of adults over 18 years meet the physical activity guidelines for aerobic activity. They go on to say that only 20% of adults meet the aerobic activity and strength training requirements. This is a trend that we can't allow to continue. Our well-being is so much more important than worrying about what we have to get done in a day. I know that today we live in a fast-paced society and everything needs to be done quickly and we need to get this done now, and everyone's even working on Sundays, but we have to make health and nutrition our priority. So how exactly can you get your required exercise each week? Well, there's a ton of different options. A lot of people like to break it into 10-minute bursts a couple times a day, or some people prefer to do it all in one chunk. There's no wrong way to do it as long as you're getting your exercise in. There's a few indoor activities that you can do. This is posted by Prevention Health. They said that you can do things like an exercise bike or a treadmill, jumping jacks, push-ups while you're cooking dinner. I would not do it on the floor, but some people push it on the counter. That's a good exercise. Also, when you're cleaning in the house, listening to music and just dancing to it. Some people will get a little shy about that, but I mean, you're in your own house, so have fun with it. Or jogging in place during a commercial. Hulu has a lot of commercials, so every commercial break, just get up really quick and do something. There are so many other activities that you can do at home, but these are just some examples. Also, there's a lot of outdoor activities that you can do. Men's Fitness featured an article called 10 Best Outdoor Workouts to Burn Fat and Build Muscle. So here's some of the things they listed. You can do hill sprints, that's pretty self-explanatory. Working out at the beach, sand is really good resistance, so you can do pretty much any exercise in the sand, and it's going to work you harder than if you were just walking on regular pavement. There's park workouts. Basically, the world is like your playground. So as long as you know everything's secure and you're not going to fall because it's wobbly, it's a great way to get your exercise in. Again, there's so many different options for you, so you're just going to have to choose what's best for you, do a lot of experimentation, and eventually you'll find what you love. For me, I kind of have 3 go-to exercises. One of my exercises would be using an exercise ball. So I go to college, and over 10 hours a day, I'm sitting on the computer. So instead, I'll alternate with this, and I can do exercises, loosen up my back, and it makes me feel a lot better. The second thing I like to do is walking. All you need is shoes. These are particularly walking shoes, but any kind of shoes will do. And no matter how bad I'm feeling, if I'm feeling sick, if I've had a really rough day at work, it doesn't matter. I just gotta put my shoes on, go for an easy walk, and then I got my exercise in for the day. The last thing I like is, of course, yoga. You don't need a yoga mat, but I like them because they're really thick and it's more comfortable when you're doing some of the positions that you do. So that's one of my favorite exercises. And of course, when I have spare time, I will occasionally go hiking outside or go swimming, and I love group activities. So if my friends are down to go do something with me, I'll do it immediately. So basically, again, like I've been reiterating, there's just so many different options. I kind of hope now that you have a basic understanding of how much exercise you need and some great ideas on what kind of exercises you can do. So now there's only one thing left to do. I'm asking that each and every one of you make a commitment to work out at least 30 minutes a day, 5 times a week. So when you come home tonight, I want you to write down a plan of action as to what you plan on doing to get yourself in shape. And don't wait until tomorrow, don't wait until next week, don't wait until that party that you really want to go to. Do it now and get everything written down. And I also love to hear from you guys. I want to know how you're doing with it, if you have questions or concerns. I love nutrition and health, so I'd love to hear from you. You can send me an email, which is kimberly.vanderholst@gmail.com, or you can look me up at Facebook, facebook.com/kvanderholst. So, again, if you want to exchange information, that would be wonderful. Otherwise, I look forward to hearing from you guys, and here's to a healthier, happier you.